crew and I headed for Hollywood, where my pal Michael Irvin was doing a photo shoot for the gay fashion and lifestyle magazine Out. Michael's an NFL Hall of Famer and former star player for the Dallas Cowboys. He now hosts a radio show on Miami's WQAM that I appear on with some frequency. Michael has a bad boy past, but he stays out of trouble now. He's straight. The article for Out magazine is about his relationship with his gay brother.
I think the fear that I had is the fear that a lot of them have. Like when you're talking in the locker room, you're talking about 53 naked men walking out of a shower, heading to their locker. Nobody's going to bring up anything there, because you're afraid that if they say, oh, it's on your mind, are you see what I'm saying? I look around and I say, well, I was afraid. And I'm not gay. But I was afraid to even let anyone have the thought. So I could imagine the agony, or if you want to say, really being a prisoner in your own mind for someone that wanted to come out. If I am not, and I was afraid to mention it, I can only imagine what he must be going through if he is. You see what I'm saying? I can only imagine that. I do believe it would have taken quite a man to stand up in that room, or to stand up in any NFL locker room and make that known. It's going to take quite a man.
Wow, pretty compelling stuff there from Michael Irvin as we welcome you back inside Chronicle Live. Brody Brazil, along with Fawn Yacker, who is the director of The Last Closet, also Jennifer Kelly, co-director of The Last Closet. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Fawn, I want to begin with you. What is The Last Closet all about there? We certainly saw the clip of an NFL football player talking about his relationship with his gay brother, but what does your foundation set out to do?
The Last Closet is a web campaign and video project to end homophobia in men's pro sports. It's a lofty tagline, but that's what we're out to do.
And it's not going to be an easy task, is it? Because for so many years, this is, for good or bad, the nature of sports, that professional athletes simply don't come out of the closet while they're still competing professionally.
Yeah, in all of U.S. history, no athlete has come out publicly while actively playing.
Jennifer, this is not going to be easy. How will you guys approach and attack this? You're actually trying to work with the commissioners of all the major sports, the NFL, Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the NBA. So how do you feel like this approach will best work for you guys?
Well, we're running a campaign, a series of campaigns that really is trying to reach the entire sports hierarchy. We want to, initiate and promote dialogue about the issue of homophobia in sports. So our initial campaign does target the commissioners of the 5 major sports, and we're hoping to secure an interview with them on camera, because for them to speak out on camera versus in print would make so much more of an impact, just the personal aspect of it.
Fawn mentions the excellent point that no player has come out while they're still a current professional athlete. Are you guys under the impression that once somebody does that the domino effect will take place and it will be much easier for everybody else to follow suit, anybody that wants to do what the first person did?
I think that can happen, and we certainly hope that happens. What needs to also happen concurrently is that the commissioners of the leagues and the owners and every level of the professional sports world needs to set up some safety nets, some guidance for that gay athlete, because just to have one come out may not be enough. We'd like to have multiple athletes come out.
Fawn, let me play devil's advocate here. Not my belief, but something that somebody might say. There's not even that many gay athletes out there in the professional world. So how many people do you really want to come out? What would your answer be to that?
We're hoping for one in each league, at least, to start. And then maybe the domino theory will take place, maybe not. But coming out is a very individual choice. And a lot of people sort of project that it's going to happen in a few years, that it could happen tomorrow. It really depends on the athlete and when they're ready. And there probably are less gay athletes in the pros because young kids, when they're going into team sports, realize that they're going to be harassed and bullied. Sure. So they back out. But we think that there's a percentage in every league. There's got to be. There's over 50,000 people, athletes who have participated in the sports. There's got to be some gay ones.
The numbers would certainly suggest it. The difficulty of all this happening seemed to be twofold. First, there's the individual matter of a person maybe willing to let out their secret, if you will, or change the way that they're perceived. And then the second part of it is exactly that. how will that person deal with teammates, opponents, fans, hecklers? Am I missing anything there? Are those the two major hurdles that one person needs to get over?
That and I think at this point, I think an athlete realizes that they won't lose endorsements if they have them already because there would be too much backlash. And I think that, pro players have played with gay players. They just haven't known it. So I don't think anything would really change, and the culture is changing within pro sports. There's much more acceptance than there was even like a year or two ago. If when the polls keep coming in, they keep changing and shifting, where people are saying, I don't really care.
Jennifer, athletes have come out, but only after they've retired from professional sports. Are some of them going back now and saying, hey, I regret not doing this sooner? Have you found anybody in that situation?
I don't know if they say, I regret not doing that sooner. I think they wish that they had found support and had been able to come out sooner. It's sad to hear stories like Billy Beane and Dave Kopay and Sarah Tuolo, who were really felt trapped in a prison of lies and having to live a double life. And they certainly didn't want to have that existence. They felt like it was necessary, though. And we feel like the culture has changed enough now where you don't have to live those double lives. They can come out and fully realize their potential as human beings and as professional players.
Fawn and Jennifer, we thank you both. And once again, the website is?
The Last Closet. It's www.thelastcloset.org.
.org. Very important to remember that part. All right. Thank you so much for your time and to tell us about your cause. We really appreciate it. All right. Lots more to get to here on Chronicle Live, presented by Farmers Insurance. Are you having a tough time deciding who to start and who to bench in your fantasy leagues this weekend? Our expert, Evan Adrian from Bleacher Report, is here with all the answers. He is next.